The big question: would you buy to live, buy to let, or does Leeds need more investment before you even think about it? Right, let's have a butchers and see wagwan. This is an auction property. Always check the legal pack as well as auction fees. You may have additional costs and other property problems. Today we are viewing a freehold mid-terrace through house, 4 bedrooms, 1 bathroom. The on-street parking is free and there is a small courtyard to the front and to the back of the house. From Leeds city centre, it is a 15-minute drive, 25 minutes on the bus, and roughly a 3-minute walk to the bus stop. There is no storage in this property, but there is a cellar with potential. We will talk about the pipe and the broken window in a second. The EPC rating is E, so there is some work to do to raise the rating. We will talk about the hedge in a minute. The property is 93 square meters. Right, let's go inside. The buyer is to pay the seller on completion £1,000 plus VAT towards the seller's legal fees, plus £150 plus VAT towards engrossment, plus £6 for official copies, plus £185 and 65p towards the searches. Do you know, I have no idea why I didn't go out the back. The back is another street, and it's one of those mad properties where there are 2 addresses. The living room doesn't look too bad. It's a nice size. The property is owned by overseas landlords, 2 individuals. This looks like another rushed eviction. We have been on the Harlocks before, video linked at the end, and I spoke about Landlord City and the type of tenants this patch has. I had a quick scan of the legals and found this property has had a Section 215 notice. That is Section 215 of the Town and Country Planning Act 1990. Let's go into the kitchen. This kitchen looks what would have been really nice at the beginning actually, but it's in a state. It needs work, clearly, but originally it actually looks like a really nice kitchen. I think the kitchen is slightly ruined. I think it's a lovely kitchen, but it's, yeah, is it salvageable? Would you salvage it, or would you just completely put in a new kitchen? The Section 215 notice came into effect on the 15th of September 2024 and is given until the 15th of October 2024. Dump all the possessions in the cellar and hope no one goes down there to view. There have been landlords that have converted the basement into studio flats in this patch. You do need to apply for planning if that's something that you're thinking about. The works are to be completed within 20 working days. The works to be completed are as follow. Remove the garden waste, including the bath, to both the front and backyard. Basement window is broken and needs to be addressed. Boiler condensation pipe is unsecure and hanging and needs addressing, and cut the overgrown vegetation. Some of the works has been done. Let's go upstairs where there are 2 bedrooms and the bathroom. This is the main bedroom. Again, there is work to do, but it's not too much. The landlords have not owned property very long. They bought it in 2022. Maybe landlords were like, sod this, let's stick it in at auction and get rid. Most landlords buy property for a pension and have a long-term view in mind. So for this property, it must have been pretty problematic for them to sell already. First-time buyers, what are you thinking? The budget is 190,000, and if we get it within budget, we're quids in. The property does need work, but not as much as some properties that we view. This is a pretty affordable 4-bed property. If, for example, you're buying with a sibling, you can have a bedroom each and rent out the other 2 rooms and live mortgage free. Maybe if you're a married couple, you can take 1 bedroom, the smallest bedroom, and then rent out the other 3 bedrooms and again live mortgage free. Let's go into the bathroom. There's some mold that we need to deal with in the bathroom and it needs a tidy up. Not quite sure why the tiles and the bath is painted, but the bathroom isn't too bad. It would have been a really nice bathroom at the very beginning. The light needs addressing, so there's bits and pieces to do. We acknowledge the location isn't the greatest, but sometimes you have to compromise on something. Landlords, we are up north. Do you think you will get a 10% gross yield on this property? In regards to a selective license, I have had a look at the Leeds City Council website, and this is what it says currently. This will be the smallest bedroom. Again, it does need a bit of work, but not overly thousands of pounds worth. Looking at rentals, what are 4 beds in the area on the market for? Let's go upstairs where there are 2 additional bedrooms. If you are thinking of a 4-bed HMO, this is an Article 4 area. Looking at rooms in the local area, what are they on the market for? Again, not going to look at short-term rentals as I don't feel this is the patch for it. The upstairs doesn't look too bad, needs painting, possibly keep the carpet, deep clean it, or just sling it out. What would you do if you were considering purchasing this property? What would you change? Do you think you could purchase the property, pay all fees, and have enough out of the £40,000 deposit money to get all the works done? Would you take a chance and buy a property on the Harlocks, or would you just think, do you know what, I'll wait and see what other 4 beds come up? Let's go into the last bedroom. What can we learn? When buying a property in an area that you're not familiar with, it's worth going to the area and spending a few hours speaking with maybe 5 or 6 locals, because they will tell you the raw truth. Also, just being in the area to get a feel for it. Having a word with local landlords, and I mean like everyday landlords, those who don't have a course or a mentorship to sell. Because they will also tell you the raw truth about this patch of area. Another person to speak with will be the local shopkeeper, as they will have a wealth of knowledge about the local patch. Overall, it's a nice property, it's just been left in a really bad state. Although, not the worst that we've seen, to be fair. If the tenant paid a deposit, they're definitely not getting that back. Let's do the Jim Jam test. Is the local shop close enough to pop in our Jim Jams on a Sunday morning? Looking at sales, what are 4 beds in the local area on the market for? There is no sales history for this property. Now, I do believe that some cash purchases don't show up on public portals, so can someone just drop in the comments and let me know if that's correct? And we have our shop. Did the property sell?